Papa J, Z Money Book, the NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. Papa J in the building, better buckle up. For my fans, I'ma drink out the Stanley Cup. Like I said, now bow, better buckle up. And I got my people with me, what the fuck is up? Bo back in the building with a new sound. Coming in loud, breaking through the crowd. NSFW, best show round. And I'm a big boy, so I know I make my family proud. Z Money in the building, yeah, I'm going up. First episode, fans showing love. NSFW, nerd stuff, and I'm on a higher level, never coming down. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. We on a new level, on a new level. The NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling. The NSFW show, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling.
Yes, we're back again with the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast, Nerd Stuff and Frickin' Wrestling. It is me, Bulk Lesnar, back again with another exciting episode. Finally. I've been gone for 2 weeks because my kids were dying, then I was dying. But, you know, we're back with some more nerd stuff and Frickin' Wrestling.
Right.
And joining us today,
special guests.
One is my co-host, Papa J. How you doing, Papa J?
Fantabulous.
Fantabulous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You got a nice day off today.
I had a appraiser come out to look at the farm.
Yeah, you look at all these, you appraise all these action figures, right?
Right.
So we can afford an outhouse.
That's right. We need an outhouse next to the wrestling ring.
Yeah. And joining us, one of our favorite guests, the Man in Black, Alex Salyers. How you doing, Alex?
What'd you say?
Fan-friggin-tastic.
Fantasticimo.
Fantastic.
Fantasticamo.
I was trying to come up with a nice word to go with it, but fantastical.
Yeah.
Ooh, the left or right fantastical.
And our very special guest here on the show with us, for the first time, AWF's Arizona Wrestling Federation's Ozzi G. Ozzy, how you doing today?
I am amazing right now. How are you guys?
Phenomenal.
Well, fantastical.
Fantastical.
Ozzy.
Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Well, I'm very glad to have you on the show today. You know, and just to let you guys know, everybody watching, like, subscribe, follow us. I believe I got it to work. I'm hoping the Discord link is down in the bottom. If not, someone leave me a message and I will post the Discord link in chat so people can come join the Big Lip Radio Discord. NSFW is a sub show of Big Lip Radio.
An offshoot, if you will.
An offshoot, but it's my offshoot. It's you know, some would say it'll grow up to be a very successful offshoot. It's mixed blood. It's half white. It's half Mexican. Yeah. But that means it has half the opportunity to succeed in this country.
That's right, man. Between my privilege and your hard work, we're bound to do something. And as you can see down in that lower corner, we actually have the official show logo. Right. Now we got that NSFW. Shout out to my friends at Stardust Loot who made that for me. Oh, nice.
Yeah, not AI. It was made by a real person. I commissioned that. Yeah. I paid a real person to make that without AI.
Do you know how many of those S's I drew? Those little gang sign S's I drew? I don't know.
Yeah, the swoozies?
Yeah. You know how many of those I drew in 5th grade?
Yeah. I don't think there's a kid who didn't draw those. Yeah. There's one on the doghouse.
There is one on the doghouse.
There's one on the doghouse. But, Ozzy.
Yes.
Today is about you. Cool. And I myself, everybody here in this room, everybody on the internet wants to know more about you. Okay. And I don't want to get this wrong. Make sure, and please, if I'm wrong, correct me. You are the Air Nova?
Yes.
The Air Nova of AWF.
Yes, Mr. Aero Nova.
Aero Nova. Yeah. Yeah, see, I was close.
Catch those shoes, man. Get it tight on those shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
from the future.
I love these. These are my wrestling shoes. I love these so much.
They make me happy.
These shoes give me extra powers that other wrestlers don't have. Gives me the springy ability as well. This is basically what gives me my aero.
Makes that boy bouncy.
Makes me aerodynamical.
Yeah. But Just to start off, it's a question I like to ask everybody. And I'm gonna ask everybody: what is Ozzy's origin of wrestling? That moment, either in adulthood or childhood, that solidified. I am a wrestling person. Was it a match? Was it a moment? Did you just one day happen to run through a curtain and end up inside of a ring?
So what happened actually is my dad used to get bootleg DVDs, right? Back when I was a kid. He would almost every week, I think every Friday or Thursday, after work, he would always get bootleg DVDs from this guy, and we would always have a movie night. And so one of these weeks, my mom was out of town, and so I had to go with my dad. So he's like, just come with me. Maybe you can pick something on your own, right? So I get over there, and I remember specifically I got Alvin and the Chipmunks 3 because it had just come out.
All right.
And I was a huge Alvin and the Chipmunks fan. And the guy had asked my dad, he's like, hey, does your son watch WWE at all? Because I think I was in the parking lot waiting for him doing karate moves because I was in karate back then.
How old were you?
I think I was 7 or 8.
All right.
I still had not I think I was 6. I was 6. I was 6 because I remember being at the very start of starting my little karate thing at that time. And so he had the bootleg guy had asked my dad, he's like, hey, does your son watch WWE at all? He's like, no, I don't think so. He's like, he gave my dad a DVD and he was like, trust me. And what it was the Royal Rumble. It was 2014 Royal Rumble. And it was specifically the one here in Phoenix. It was the Royal Rumble here in Arizona. And it was
I was there at that one.
Yeah, it was the main event was The Rock versus CM Punk. That was when The Punk was with the Shield at that time, and The Rock was just coming back from Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
So I knew, hey, Von Dugan, I'm still 6. Hey, no. That is one of our Arizona Wrestling Federation homies. That is Von Dugan. I love him so much. We actually started training pretty much the same week. I love him. But it was the 2014 Royal Rumble, and I remember The Rock from movies. I remember him from The Tooth Fairy and the Game Plan. So
that was your first exposure to him.
Yeah, that was. I never knew that he was a wrestler. And then that was also the one where John Cena won the Royal Rumble.
Right.
I had known of John Cena, but I had only seen him from Nickelodeon and the Fred movies, beating up Fred and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, these two guys are super cool, and all of a sudden I saw them in a whole different new light. I was like, wow, these guys are kicking butt. The Rock just 1v4'd basically against the Shield and Punk and still won. And I was like, this is amazing. So I remember literally just being a kid and just going on the old school YouTube and watching just old highlight reels and videos of super old WWE and WWF. That's when I started getting into that's when NXT was a game show back then. And I remember
that.
Tough enough.
Yeah, tough enough. And I remember looking at Kofi Kingston for the first time and Dolph Ziggler and being like, oh my gosh. And then especially Shelton Benjamin in the ladder matches. I was like, wow, someone like me could do something like this. And that I remember just being on a loophole and just wanting to really do it. And I was a really huge wrestling fan up until I think probably start of 6th grade is because that's when I moved, and I started getting away from wrestling, and I was more into everything else. My dad put me in a lot of sports. I was good at everything. I was I did baseball, basketball, soccer, but I never really liked it. It wasn't my forte. I liked theater. So when I was in middle school, I was in theater class, and wrestling, when I came back to it, it was specifically once the COVID era started.
Yeah.
That's when I couldn't do theater anymore. I couldn't do any type of thing. We were inside all the time. And I remember looking at wrestling clips again and being like, wow, I remember like just getting that spark back in again, and I was like, it's the perfect thing of the sports that I'm good at, but the theater that I also love.
Right.
And so I literally told myself, like, once I'm able to do everything on my own, I'm going at this as hard as I can. It's what I want to do, and I've loved it ever since.
Yeah, and so going past that. So you had COVID era. It was basically COVID clears up.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And is that when you found the AWF school?
Yes.
And is that your? I mean, do you train anywhere else, or are we training just solely with AWF?
So I when I got my car, I literally was like, okay, this is one of the first things I'm doing. I'm going to find a school, and this was like pretty much the only school. Like AWF was pretty much the only school that I had seen in Arizona that was like really like hard on everything. So I literally put my 100% into it. I do train at AWF 99% of the time, but I do train with Alex every week or so, which has been a big help, especially with someone who's like a vet who's been in the business for a while, and he helps me with certain things that I don't know. But I can't thank AWF enough. LT Lawrence Tyler is one of the biggest helps. He goes on us hard. He makes sure that we know like what we're doing. I can't thank him enough for the talks that he's given me, the belief that he's put into me. Not only that, but my big sister in wrestling, who's also another one of our trainers, SOS. She's amazing. She's taught me so much of what I need to know as well, and also how to basically stand up for myself, because I was very just shy, just very
It's a cutthroat business.
Yeah, it is very, and she's definitely helped me to learn how to be more like blunt and stand up for myself, which I can't thank her enough for.
And if you guys don't know, SOS, she is the foundational workhorse of the company.
Oh yeah.
There is not a job this woman will not do.
She's on my list of getting if she'll give time to come down here. I got a long the list is long, because it does seem as I had Roy on here last week, not to take away from you. I had Roy on here, and I sent it out to you. I sent it out to Bukhari. I sent it to Roca, to Chubby. And they're just like, oh, this is how it's gonna be. Seeing a product makes it make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
And I think a few more people are a bit more interested in.
And Roy did such a good job. It's a great template to be sending out to people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping it goes up and up. But so. I guess you have mentors. So your mentors right now as he is SOS, Alex, and LT. From each one of them, would you be able to tell me like what is the big thing that they taught you, that specific person? So like a big takeaway you have from SOS, a takeaway from Alex, a takeaway from LT. Do you have any of that you can give up?
Yeah. With LT specifically, basically to grow balls, especially in this business, learning how to stand up for yourself.
Sounds about right.
And learning how to just fully believe in yourself, because that is also one thing that I think this business lacks with some people, is the confidence. Like, because I feel like there's so many people that can be better than who they are, but it's that confidence level in them that basically hinders them. And I didn't want to be that type of person, and LT and especially SOS has helped me with that like so much. SOS more has really just taught me family, dude. Like she's literally the older sister that I don't have, because biologically me and my older sister have not met. She's kind of like away from the family, so she's been that centerpiece that's helped me so much. And she's taught me so much. Like I literally can't thank her enough. And with Alex has just taught me a whole lot in terms of just being able to be me, and not really like fake myself for other people, and learn. He's really helped me just open my confidence as well, and really just being able to be me freely, especially in the ring as well, and learning how to learn and slow down in matches as well and make those moments count.
Right. Right. Everybody's moving too fast. Well, real
was my
quick,
problem.
AWF, the Arizona Wrestling Federation, has such confidence in you that they put you on the first match on the first episode of High Voltage. Could you tell me about that match real quick?
Yeah, that was great. That was it was really cool. It was against
The Goosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Goosh. The Goosh, if you guys don't know, is one of AWF's one of our top guys. He's been a double champion. He was Unleashed and tag champion at some point. Held both titles. He's in a tag team with Pretty Boy Zoe, who's now Bad Boy Zoe, I believe. And it was really amazing because it also helped me really learn how to work the crowd. Not only that, but where I fit in the federation, knowing that I can put on, like, I can hype the crowd up and make them excited for the show, things going on forward.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, just to see. So Von Dugan has stated that you were each other's first match.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were our first
You guys popped your cherries together.
Yes. We had our first match together. It was in our practice match. And yeah, Von Dugan's great. My first like live show match as well was also with him. It was me, him, and then a guy named Carlos against JC Westerfield in a 3-on-1 handicap match.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
yeah, that 3-on-1 handicap match definitely was something. That was that was great.
That explains a couple things.
Right.
It was like Carlos getting out. It was like an elimination match. So Carlos was out first, then it was Von Dugan, and it was literally me and JC for like the last like 6 minutes just duking it out. JC still ended up victorious. But I still need to run my hands with JC soon. We had another match September 2024. Overdrive, where we both were finalists in the Gold Rush tournament. He still was able to pull the victory on that one, but it was a cheap win. But it's okay. We know JC Westerfield.
Yeah, just cheat Westerfield.
Just cheat Westerfield. Oh yeah, that's actually I like that.
Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Yeah. If I could give a little bit of inside baseball to
Yeah.
the question you just asked him, or you brought up him being the very first ever High Voltage match.
Yeah.
I was backstage when it happened, and I was one of the first people to find out he was opening the show. We talked a little bit about this off air while he had stepped outside. A lot of guys would pout in that position. A lot of guys would, oh, I'm first, I'm a curtain jerker, I'm this and that. And I told you guys earlier, if I'm not main eventing the show, I'd like to open the show.
Yeah.
You are the temperature, the thermometer of the audience, and you are the one that gets to set the bar. When we were in a production meeting, our promoter said, this is Ozzy's coming out moment and opportunity. And to which I told him and told our promoter, I said, there's nobody more ready than him to open the show. Our very first ever High Voltage match, on our very first taping, it has to set a standard and it has to set a tone, not just for tonight and tonight's airing, but down the road. If you're going to give a first presentation, I was backstage as he walked through the curtain, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. It would have been a grave mistake to have sent anybody else out there to open the show outside of him and Goosh.
Yeah. For me, I missed that first. I caught the taping, but I missed that first episode of High Voltage. Sadly, I'm going to miss this taping of High Voltage. Life got in the way.
Damn life.
Yeah, damn you, life. But I'm gonna miss this episode, this taping of High Voltage. But what I've noticed is Ozzy G is for the kids.
Yeah.
The kids love Ozzy G. I take my son and my nephew, and doesn't matter who you go up against. They'll be like, oh, you know, like I haven't seen this person yet. I want to cheer for this person. And then your music hits, and the other kids are just like, nope.
It's the shoes.
Yeah,
It's the shoes.
It's the shoes.
yeah.
Fair.
I mean, I believe my son asked me, where can I get a pair of those shoes?
By the way, you are missing a big boat there for money.
I
Dude.
mean,
Making your own shoes.
I'm really thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. I have some new merch that is coming soon in the next couple of months, which I'm actually very excited.
You'd be the only guy on the independent circuit, or probably in the world, doing that.
I mean, true.
Dude, you got to get on that boat, man.
Yeah.
Don't let it pass you.
The thing is, though, like these give me powers, so like I don't want to be giving powers to just all of it, like everyone,
Yeah, there's only one Thor hammer, but a bunch of kids
fair.
want to carry a Thor hammer around.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, there's only one Mjolnir, but Beta Ray Bill's got his own hammer. But to go on, is the Aero Nova, has this been your? I as I said last week, I don't like the term gimmick. Because I feel it diminishes what you're really doing. Has the Aero Nova been your, I would like to say, character, or was there any experiments that you tried before that either you're just like the crowd didn't react to but you really liked, or that just like you really liked and it just fell on its face and you're just like nobody's latching on to this?
There was Aeronova has been kind of the same character over time, but he's evolved. Originally, I wanted more of a like Willy Wonka-esque type character, more like not mythical, but more like whimsical, like weird character. But I felt like that wasn't what I could portray well, because that wasn't me. Like what LT has also taught me in the ring is what you are in the ring should be you times 100. So literally, Mr. Aero Nova is just me times 100. I love jumping. I love being charismatic. I love being all over the place and just like putting a smile on people's faces.
Yeah.
Like what you said, I'm for the kids. That is what essentially I want to do. That is what Kofi Kingston, Shelton Benjamin did for me. I always saw them. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that guy. That's what I essentially want to do. I want to be able to help kids like be able to be confident in themselves and be like, oh, they see me, they see this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, he's maybe not as big or like tall as the other guys, but he's still out there kicking butt, having a smile every single time. I want to be like that guy. I want to have the confidence of that person. That's what I love. That's what I love doing.
And a question, that I think is also really important to ask is, has there been a moment where you felt that you wanted to give up? You like a wall that you hit, and just you felt like you couldn't get over it, and when you did, because you're still doing it, what helped you get over that wall?
I think a lot of wrestlers have this a lot, but specifically with me, I think it was actually recently. Like I think in probably around September or October of last year, I kind of just felt a decline in my wrestling, and I was kind of just, there were certain things that were happening, especially not only in the wrestling business but in my life, that I was kind of sitting there and I was just like, maybe this isn't for me. And literally SOS was one of the people that literally snapped me out of it. My girlfriend, my wife Hannah, she snapped me out of it, and my older brother, who I love so much. He's my older brother, blood from another mother, King Khan. He snapped me out of it. They helped me fully realize that I can do this. And I think literally after that, like especially in these past few months, I've seen my wrestling get better. I've seen my confidence get better. Not only that, but like I'm able to do the things that I want without feeling like, hey, I have to critique every single thing that I do now. Like I was always very critiquing of my own stuff to where I would put myself down when it's just little stuff that I could just figure out.
Right.
And so I think that's helped me a lot as well.
You were on the latest episode of High Voltage as well, and then we went back. Last night you were over for some training, and we watched your latest match from High Voltage, and then we went back and watched your opening match. By the way,
Yeah.
you know you were the first match in the first episode of High Voltage.
Yeah.
That's got to be a T-shirt. But just
I opened up for High Voltage, and I only got I only got this shirt.
as great as you were on that first match, and I can't imagine the confidence to overcome the butterflies to be the first of the first. But you can see how far you've come. Just what 2.5 months that a High Voltage has been on. It's amazing, really hyper fast growth, which I think AWF is so goddamn smart to do this YouTube thing. It's episodic. It tells a story. There's story arcs, and really they're the only company I know of that's doing this on the internet. And I'm sure there are more, but this is the only one I know of that's doing this on the internet. And as I'm watching, all kinds of independent wrestling YouTubes are popping up in my For You timeline. But yeah, you can see the confidence just spring out of you from the first match to this last match, because you're on TV, you're looking at cameras, and you're learn how to play to the crowd and play to the camera as well. It's huge stuff, man. It's amazing to watch.
So I just wanted to go look this up.
Yeah.
For High Voltage, you are the equivalent of Bobo Brazil versus The Shadow.
Damn.
That was the first televised WWF match.
Okay.
Or WW Triple WF, right?
Yeah, Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to go look that up. I was like, who's their first televised match?
I wonder if you
Bobo
could,
Brazil.
I wonder if you could find out who the very first televised match was for Capital Wrestling Federation. Vince
probably
Senior and it'll come to me
Yeah.
because it turned into WWF.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
WWF. Oh, what was it? Oh, my thought. I got distracted by my own annotation. You put an extra thing on me, and I was like, should I look that up or no?
My bad.
No, you're fine. Let me go ahead.
I love the history of pro wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Hey, grab your phone. Look up who was the first match on Raw.
yeah. On the first live Raw.
Yeah.
But
I remember Bobby the Brain Heenan was locked out of the building. That was a hell of an episode.
But so to end this little segment, I guess I want to get to anybody who's looking to get into, has been debating getting into this. Do you have anything to say to them? Do you have any advice you, as somebody who's received the help along the way, that you would want to give to somebody else? Something that you wish would have been said to you day one.
Realistically, I think just if you want to do this, fully commit.
Fully commit.
Yeah, fully commit. I've seen people who say they want to do this, but they know they don't. And there's things that can happen with that injury, like even just like confidence loss. Wrestling is not for everyone. Wrestling is not for everyone. But if you love this enough, do it. Put yourself out there. Find everything that you can do to do this 100%, because this is, if you really want to do this, you got to put everything into it, and I that's why I love it so much as well. This has been one of like the best things in my life. Not only that, believe in yourself, really, because this is a cutthroat business, and there's gonna be people who you get close to who may stab you in the back, and there's people who get close to who will be family forever. But
Amen.
you are the only person in that ring with your gimmick, your style, your wrestling. You are putting yourself out there. You are only in control of yourself. So make sure you're doing everything that you need to do this.
Hulk Hogan did an interview with my favorite podcaster in the whole world, Chad Dukes. Okay, shout out to the Chad Dukes show. But he did an interview back when they were Big O and Dukes. And one line he said that stuck with me to this day. If you won't put yourself over, nobody else will.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very true.
I don't agree with much of anything Hulk Hogan says, but I'll second that.
Agree with that.
By the way, the answer to your question, I was partially right and partially wrong because I was thinking about it in my head.
Right.
Very first match on the inaugural episode of Monday Night Raw, January 11th, 1993,
93.
featured Yokozuna defeating Coco Beware at the Grand Ballroom of Manhattan Center in New York City.
Guess
I thought Yoko main evented that show with somebody else. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
But it turns out he opened the show.
I was just under 2 years old.
And to you young kids out there,
God. I was watching that live.
I wasn't even born. I was born later that year. By the way, you young kids out there, if Yokozuna can open a show and make history by doing it, you can open a show too without pouting and whining. If Yokozuna, one of the best big men to ever step foot in a wrestling ring, could open a show, you can open a show too.
Make the rest of the card regret following you.
That's right. And you did that, by the way. You did that with Goosh.
It was the match of the night. It was the match of that first episode.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody I know who's seen it said the same thing. My wife too. She was like, "Yeah, that was the match of the night
Thank
for
you,
sure."
Thank you. Goosh is a good worker too. I do have to give props to Goosh. Goosh is a great worker in the ring.
I believe they used to say "gooshing ain't easy."
Goosh ain't easy. Yeah, he still. I don't know if he still says that. But yeah.
He does. And when I walk by him, I say it, and he kind of like
Goosh ain't easy. It ain't easy, but he can sure goosh.
maybe he's trying to separate from me. He's like, stop saying that.
I said it.
Stop saying "gooshing ain't easy." I'm trying to move on from that. But
Speaking of moving on,
yeah, speaking of moving on.
it's known in the business as a transition.
Yeah. Speaking of moving on, I'm going to change that to speaking of movie on.
Yeah.
This past weekend, a sequel to one of the best-selling movies of this decade came out, which was the sequel to the hit movie Super Mario Brothers. The second best Super Mario Brother movie to ever come out. The first one, starring John Leguizamo back in the day.
Oh, come on. You're killing me.
Dude, you better be getting paid for this free advertising.
Right. Sponsor.
With the way you're doing it.
Like that.
So the Super Mario Galaxy movie just came out last weekend, and I am going to warn everybody watching, we are talking spoilers. It is in the title of today's episode.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Yeah. And, again, just to start out, we'll go ahead and revisit the trailer for that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and move us on over to Trailerland.
There's a huge universe out there. With a lot of galaxies.
We gotta get everyone out of here. Go, go, go.
That's your internet.
Yeah, it is. We're
Yeah.
dropping frames, too.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, we just out there.
Mamma mia.
Mama mia.
Maybe that'll help us from getting demonetized.
Yeah, Nintendo's pretty strict about showing their shit on.
Demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
I love the mask.
Dude, that mask is so cool.
My Koopas! Your king has returned! Long live the king!
The Bowser name shall be feared once more.
Oh no! Everyone calm down.
Toad, pack our things.
Let's go.
Mexico!
Oh, princess, you're going to regret that.
Good stuff.
How come they don't have him doing like the super thick Italian "It's me, Mario"?
Because
Like
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt said,
Okay, I see.
I'm just going to be myself.
Yeah.
He's doing a New York plumber.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's me, Mario. How you doing?
How you doing?
It's Mario, Luigi Mario. How you doing? And also they had the actual, in the first movie, they had the actual voice actor of Mario make a cameo, like right in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he's playing on a Mario arcade cabinet.
Oh shit! I missed that.
No, it's right after they play their ad, and they're talking about. I was like, oh, how did it sound? Is the mustache and the gloves too much? And the guy who's like, oh no, it was perfect. Is the actual voice actor for Mario?
All right.
Yeah. But Super Mario Galaxy, the hotly anticipated sequel. But before we fully get into spoilers, I want to get scores. I want to get what are you giving it? A scale 0 to 5. 0 being I never want to watch this POS again. 5, I could watch it daily. Me personally, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's very hard to follow. Sequels have a very hard time following in the steps of their original, because that first Super Mario, the Illuminations for a Super Mario Brothers movie is a fucking classic. I could watch that anytime it's on TV. I could stop and I could just watch it.
Right.
But what would you give it, Ozzy, out of 5?
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Or maybe 4.2. 4.2. Just because I really enjoyed it, and I loved everything about it. I loved the little cameos. I think, though, because everyone's so excited for the Super Smash movie that's coming out, I went into it with really, really high hopes that there would be more cameos. So I was kind of a little disappointed there weren't as many cameos, but as a standalone film, I loved it. I loved Bowser Jr. as a villain. He was so funny.
Papa J?
I'd give it a 4. The first is a 4.5. Now, if I'm brutally honest, we just had quarter close down at the Nest.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we refer to our workplace as the Nest because we're not allowed to mention the name of our employer. So anyway,
I thought you were
look
an
at the
OnlyFans
temperature
model.
here. Anyway, we're not allowed to mention our employer, and quarter close.
Yeah.
And I round up the grandbabies, I round up the old lady. We go to the movie. I saw the first 20 minutes. I saw the last 20 minutes. I slept through the middle. Can you believe it? I was so bummed out.
Oh, no.
But the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes were phenomenal.
They were the best parts of the movie. That's technically half of the movie, too.
Right. It was phenomenal. The level of the animation and the detailing in the art and the whole thing. I mean, you even had the chick from Super Mario Brothers 2, which is actually Doki Doki Panic, reskinned for right. That's her name. Throwing the eggs. I mean, you had references on references on references. It was a blast.
So to be politically correct, yes, that is her name. But to be factual, that is his name.
No,
it was a guy.
I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Nintendo was woke in 1989. Alex, what'd you think?
I haven't seen it.
Oh man,
I was actually I've been extremely busy working,
you have,
and but I would like to take. So my twin daughters, they love the first Mario movie, and I took them to see it in theaters.
Right.
They loved it, and I think they're excited for the second one. So I'm hoping that either this weekend or next, I'll be able to. Well, it'll have to be after next weekend, but I'd like to take them to the theaters and see it.
Right, because weekend after next is WrestleMania.
That's right.
WrestleMania.
So from Grok, sorry, this is Gemini. All
right.
Our friend Jenny. While originally described in Super Mario Bros. 2 manual as a male who thinks he is a girl and prefers the name Birdetta, Nintendo has increasingly feminized the character, often referring to her simply as Birdo.
All right. Whoa. Damn, unbelievable. But anyway, also to be fair and open, I got a Switch 2 for Christmas from my lovely bride.
Yeah.
And that's been the only thing I've been playing. The Xbox and the PlayStation has just been sitting here dormant.
You have Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, so I've got the physical version that come with the keychain and the art book and Shredder's Revenge. Same thing.
I love Streets of Rage. It's one of my favorite old time Sega games.
It's why I'm a Sega guy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So I really believe, and I'm gonna blame IGN for this,
Okay.
because the first people I saw who did this. Is one thing that I took away from the movie is that IGN and Nintendo allowed the drop that Fox McCloud was in the movie.
Yeah.
And
imagine the surprise if we didn't know going in.
Right?
oh yeah. No, it because everybody's like, oh, I see the Pikmin stuff.
Right.
So that's fine.
Splatoon and Mario Kart. I mean, there's all kinds of references in there.
But if it would have been like, oh, cool, just be like, I think the whole theater would have erupted. Just like, oh, how are we gonna get to the Junkyard Galaxy? Oh my God, it's Fox McCloud.
Yeah.
And how cool was he, man? He was an ace pilot. He made Maverick look like me.
Dude, he was so cool. He was so cool.
That's the coolest guy I've ever met.
I'm gonna be real though. I popped a little more when I saw Falco though. Even just as a little image, I was like, ah!
Part of the star. I did like how they used different art styles for the movie.
Yeah,
It wasn't just the illumination. It was just like, oh, here's this cool '90s retro art. And then here's this hyper realistic puppet show for Bowser and Bowser Jr. I fucking love that. The Bowser puppet made me crack up when they're saying goodnight to Bowser Jr. and the puppet's like and he's like, shh, be quiet, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. The overall the movie was fun. It was great. I watched it twice in a single weekend. I saw it on a Friday and then I saw it on a Saturday.
All right.
But I'm also. But they went back to that Peach and Rosaline are related. And that they needed Bowser Jr. and Bowser needed to kidnap Rosalina to power the Boomsday Cannon. To blow up the universe. I did love the fact that they incorporated Dry Bowser.
Yeah.
The Bone Bowser.
Right.
Yeah. And then the roller coaster of doom is just like you have Koopas, lava, then you have dry Koopas or whatever. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head right now.
Right. Me neither.
Yeah. There was just a lot of fun stuff. I mean, there was I believe it was a GameCube controller ship in the loading docks.
Right.
And for the people who would notice it, Samus, her ship made a cameo. What else was there? And then I think really probably one of my favorite parts of the movie was the end credit scene. They introduced Princess Daisy.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the Mario World princesses, I'm a younger brother, so I'm always a player too.
Right.
So I'm a Luigi, and so Princess Daisy is just like, I'm not the type of guy who's gonna get a Princess Peach. I'm gonna get a Princess Daisy,
right.
And they introduced her in what I believe to be the most perfect fashion because she's a tomboy, and so she just straight punch a monkey. The first part of her you see is she just decking that stupid monkey right in the face.
Well,
And
I heard a theory online I've never heard before, and I guess it's an old theory.
yeah,
Now, Mario Brothers 3 and I think Super Mario World have references to this. That when you get to the end of a level, there's just outlines because the whole thing is a stage.
Yeah.
The games are the characters putting on a play.
yeah.
And that's why the other games are all hanging out, playing tennis together, racing go-karts together, just hanging out, being buddies, because they're all actors in a play. And the Super Mario Brothers games are plays.
Yeah, technically, Smash Brothers is somebody playing with their toys.
Right.
The intro for the original Super Smash
For the
Brothers
64.
is quite literally Master Hand pulling toys out of a chest.
Right. Yeah.
And now they're alive, and you're playing with action figures. So
Dry Bones.
Dry Bones.
Death Bunny, 512.
Yeah, dry bones. Good dry Bowser.
Shout out Dead Bunny.
I did like the Bowser Jr.'s like almost dragon transformation like at the end of the movie where he goes like a full black suit. You know, everybody knows if you put a black suit on any character, they just become way cooler.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I know. Obviously.
yeah. when they become men in black, mans in black. I didn't say anything.
I'm not gonna say it, but Papa J got it.
Yeah.
I just said I'm not going to say anything.
Who's got the real privilege? Damn.
You got an 850 credit score, but people just think he's cool.
That's right. You get a lot farther with being thought of as cool.
But Papa J, you know what else people think is really cool?
What's that?
Is horror movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
And-
I'm back.
And I was asked specific, so I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen a movie in this franchise since number 4, I believe.
Oh boy.
I'm also not a horror movie person. I don't like getting scared for the
He
intention of
gets
getting scared.
scared.
Yeah. I got an overactive imagination, and things go bump in the night after I watch certain movies. Like I used to. I mean, Alex could probably remember what the area looked like. I used to live in Avondale when it was mostly cornfields.
Yeah.
When the movie Signs came out,
Perfect.
and when you're a child back in that day, you didn't get a choice if you wanted to go see a movie or not. If your parents wanted to go see a movie, well, you're gonna go see that fucking movie.
Right.
Yeah, the first movie, but no lie, the first movie I saw in theaters was Scream.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was the first horror movie I ever watched.
No, that was my first movie in general in theaters.
See, to me, that's still a new horror movie. I'm so fucking old. My mom drug me at I was 9 years old. The summer I would turn 10 to Alien. I saw Alien in the theater as a 9-year-old.
Dude, that's crazy.
Well, how old were you when you went to theaters and saw Scream?
So when did Scream come out?
96.
96. I was 5.
So we saw it about the same time.
Yeah, you're. I mean,
No,
age.
at the same like.
Yeah, age.
I think I watched it when I was about 5. Also.
Yeah, but everybody in my family loves horror movies, so they forced me to watch it. Like I will never ever allow a porcelain doll in my house. And I'm not sure if anybody remembers the movie Dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great movie.
Yeah, that movie terrified the shit out of me. Also because I saw it at my godmother's house, and because my godsisters wanted to watch it, and they used to babysit me quite a bit. And my godmother, the room they had me sleep in was full of porcelain dolls.
Oh fuck that.
Yeah. So they had me watch a movie about porcelain dolls killing people.
You're like,
And
hey,
they
have you
put
ever
me-
seen this movie Annabelle?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My godsisters made me a deal. It's like, watch this movie, and then we'll go take you to go see The Lion King.
Oh man.
Yeah, that is not a good deal.
No, what makes it worse is they never took me to go see The Lion King.
That's terrible.
Hey, when The Lion King re-released in theaters, I brought it up to them. I was like, "So when are we gonna go see The Lion King?" They're like, "You are 32 years old," and it's like, "And you never followed through on your promise."
I didn't break any promises when I was that age.
Yeah.
So it's like the Twilight Zone when Kojak played the really mean dad, and little girl got talking Tina, and dad, who's really a stepdad, was upset about the money spent on it and was really mean to the girl and the doll. And he pulled a little string in the back, and she goes, "Hi, my name's Talking Tina, and I'm going to kill you."
So, so for the sake of time, I'm not going to be able to play the trailer.
Okay.
But you said you wanted to get into. I know we briefly touched on it when it came out. On the Big Lip Radio podcast, like, subscribe, follow us on the Discord. You can find Big Lip Radio through NSFW. You can go to biglipradio.com and buy Big Lip Radio and NSFW merch. Get that NSFW merch that is there because it will be leaving soon and having the new show logo officially.
Aha. Panda Lopez 97. Yes, that is Ozzy.
Hello, Panda. Love you, Panda.
OZZI.
Oh no! Ozzy.
Yeah, Panda is one of our newer upcoming students for AWF. So check him out soon. He will be making his debut soon.
Yeah. But Ozzy,
Yes.
what specifically stood out to you in Scream 7? Because Papa J had his little moment to talk about it on Big Lip Radio.
I
I
loved
missed
it.
that.
Yeah.
Shit. We saw it together.
Yeah. No, the Wednesday after you guys went to go see it, he was just like, we need to talk about Scream 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember, if I could just reminisce real quick, when they dropped his head in the back of that sharp beer tap in the restaurant, and then beer's coming out, and then the whole audience is just silent, looking in horror. And I say out loud because I think it's gonna get a laugh, and I got no sold like a motherfucker. I said, "Oh, looks like he's tapped out," you know.
I didn't even hear you
Guess
say
we could
that.
close his tab.
But so I guess Scream is it a big franchise for you? You love that franchise?
Yeah, Scream is one of like the only like big like horror movie franchise that I really like a lot.
Still holds up.
For some reason, I don't know, for some reason it's just I love it so much.
I think it's because it's just regular dudes.
I mean, to be honest, like when I first like saw it, like I think I was like 13, 14 at the time.
Right.
It was like one of my very first horror movies, and I was just sitting there like, man, I could beat this guy up. What are we talking about? Like,
Right.
So it's like I think just being
This
able.
chick's whooping his ass.
Yeah, I like going into it as not necessarily a horror movie. I like it as entertainment, as in like, because there are some scary moments, but I go in it
a
as
good story, too.
more of a whodunit, because I love like murder mysteries and stuff. So I love using my brain to figure out who's who. So I think that's the element of it that really gets to me. But it's been one of my favorite series. I think honestly, my favorite out of all 7 right now is still number 4. I still love number 4 to death.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, because I genuinely, that plot twist with Jill, like it got me. And like the fact that like she almost got away with it, like I really would have wanted to see how that story played out. I think they did really well with that one.
Is there anything I can say to talk you into watching the rest of them?
No, you can. Yeah, I got through the whole remakes of not the remakes, the I guess reimagined continuation reboot of Halloween.
Right. We made you watch those for the show.
No. Well, no. You made me watch the last one. I had watched the first 2 already. At like about a year or so after each one came out.
Right.
I'm kind of more so gotten over it, but it just horror is not a genre I lean towards.
Gotta see these, man. Let's do
Ozzy-
a watch along. Let's do a marathon watch along with him.
and we also got to do a marathon, Ozzy, of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because they got the reboot coming out soon.
They do?
Really?
Yeah, they're working on a reboot.
Oh man.
I know they're working on a reboot on Friday the 13th too.
Yeah,
People didn't
TV
like
They got the
series.
rights.
People
Yeah.
didn't like the reboot they did in 2013.
Yeah, it was rough.
My wife hates it. She loves Freddy Krueger. It's her favorite slasher horror guy. They made that new one, and Robert Englund wasn't in it, so I think everybody just went in there already
Hating
turning
it.
their nose up to it.
yeah.
I should have asked y'all about It Welcome to Derry. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah. Yes, we did.
I
It
should have
rocked.
talked about that.
But we could talk about it a bit after the show, but we got about another 10 minutes to wrap this up, because as of right now, you can go down to the Arizona Wrestling Federation YouTube page, and starting right now is the second half of Aftershock on High Voltage, and let me tell you. I'm hoping it's there. I'm back doing the recap. I was out for a couple weeks. Tried to do a little format. You won't see my pretty face in the video, but it's a lot easier for me to record the audio if I don't have to set up my camera. But speaking of Aftershock, at Aftershock, as we touched earlier, you had a tag match against Dos Equis and Kilo of the Creed with Big Papa Creed on the outside.
Yeah.
And it was you and a
Colin Muldoon.
I was gonna say a companion, a friend, a trusted accomplice.
Shout out Colin Muldoon.
Muldoon. And even though you guys got the win, the Creed did what the Creed.
No, we didn't get the win.
You did? No. Oh, then I got that review right. I could have sworn you guys got the win.
No.
Snap.
Oh my God, I must have messed that up.
Aaron Creed cheated like a little bum, and so did Salvador Dos Equis. Creed just doesn't want to be like. He just wants to be in the match. He's not even in the match, and he just wants to be in the match, just causing me and Colin Muldoon issues. And then Dos Equis wants to cheat, scrape out my eyes, which is cool. So
I mean, but I can't remember what because you corrected me at the show, but I know just recently you were out with some luchadors, and you did a really, really sick spin move. Yeah. You had me, my friend, and the kids like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you said that move was.
My Tilt-A-Whirl Bulldog.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was clean. It was. We're just like that boy spinning.
That is honestly one of my favorite moves to do. I love doing that. It's also it's great for planting heads like Dos Equis. Yeah,
planted him like a tree.
Yeah,
I mean, but you know, if you're gonna be named Dos Equis, you're planting like an empty beer bottle probably. But you, from what you told me, is you have a message you'd like me to play for the Creed, just in case anybody else hasn't seen it. You have a message you would like me to play for them.
Yes, I do.
Let's go ahead and get that going.
Right here is where I beat you, Aaron Creed, in a count out. In a count out victory that I was not proud of. So I asked AWF officials to give me a tag match, and you still decided to cheat. The greed of the Creed, it stops now. So I'm bringing 2 of Arizona's finest to beat you and the rest of your group. I'm gonna show everybody that you're not even the strongest in your group. Cause everybody knows that I am the future. I am undeniable. I am Ozzy. And I am just that fly.
Good shit, man.
That's
Good
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, I'm really, really aggravated with Aaron Creed. Listen, it's the fact that I get my one-on-one with him at High Voltage, right? And I'm one of the only people that tries to beat him cleanly. And I got a count-out victory, which did not satisfy me, right?
Yeah, you want to plant his head?
I honestly did. I honestly did, because he's been causing issues for everyone in AWF. And so I asked for a tag match, and he still decided to cheat, him and his little goons, Dos Equis and Kilo. And then he had the nerve to, after our match, even after winning, beat down my tag partner, someone who's just got here to AWF. Mm-hmm. And he wants to... The disrespect is crazy. So I went to AWF officials, and...
we had a conversation backstage in my office.
I got 2 of Arizona's finest. I'm not gonna say who. We're gonna figure out tomorrow at High Voltage.
We're not revealing it yet.
No.
You guys heard that here first. We are gonna have a surprise.
Yeah, but Creed, Dos Equis.
Well, now you're gonna make me want to be like, do I have the money to go to High Voltage? I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to have to wait an extra week to catch on YouTube High Voltage.
It'll be the first High Voltage taping you've missed, I believe.
Second one. I didn't catch the first one. Yeah, but I have been there. But to inform everybody, you can still... Well, let me double check that.
While he double checks, Ozzy, can you shout out your socials so people know where to find you? Yep. And where you're booked next? Obviously, High Voltage.
Yes. So you can follow me at the Ozzy G. That's TheOzzIG on Instagram. And my next bookings right now in April is going to be tomorrow, April 11th. Yes, for High Voltage, and then it is going to be April 24th, which is Level Up Mania in Vegas. That is going to be for Versus Pro. And then the 25th is also going to be AWF as well.
Meltdown.
AWF Meltdown. Yes, indeed.
All right.
And as I just verified, tickets are still on sale for AWF's High Voltage taping tomorrow. You can get it at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Once again, that is ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com.
If you wait to pick them up at the door, you're going to be screwed because this thing always sells out.
And
There aren't many tickets left, so if you want to come, get them now.
And there is no bad seat at the Arizona Wrestling Federation studio. If you watch High Voltage, you can see Bulk on camera multiple times. Yeah, and very, very hard to miss. But that seat's right there. Like high fives. You get flipped off if you want to.
Right.
I mean, Westerfield owes my son a towel.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Still his towel?
Yeah, my son got a towel from the Unleashed champion Gabe Roca, and Westerfield stole it off of him and dried his nasty, crusty undercarriage with it and threw it back at my boy.
Okay. that sounds like Westerfield.
Yeah, just cheat Westerfield.
Just cheat Westerfield.
But you can get tickets for that. You can also still get tickets for AWF Meltdown.
Yes.
April 25th, which it is not at Bull Shooters. It is at the Cages.
Yes.
And that is still in Metro Phoenix. Tickets are on sale. Get them early while you can so you can get those bundles. If you wait, getting, as I say, 3 early admission general admin seats will cost you $90. Or you can get the bundle if you buy early enough and get a 4th ticket for free. And you could drag a friend like I did.
Right.
And, like a little bit of a dealer. You give them their first taste for free. And now they're hooked. And now they want to go again. He's already asking me, Ace, when's the next event?
The wrestling drug.
Because, you get at AWF what you do not get at an AEW or an WWE show. You get up close and personal. You hear them boards and that mat creaking and crunkling, and you get, you choose the right seat, and who knows, you may get a pro wrestler thrown right at your face.
Local matches are so much more fun than the big guys to go to in person, and AWF is the best local match. You can't lose.
Thank you for that.
And I'm already working people at the Nest. They're just like, hey, it's like, you look like, I hear you go out a bit. What do you go do? And I was like, oh, do you like wrestling? And they're like, I used to watch it. I was like, you got kids? Yeah. Well, for about $20 a ticket, you and your kids can go out to this. And they're like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, you can get, for the cost of one nosebleed at a WWE show, you can get a family of 5 into High Voltage.
Bro, he sells that so well, it's like he thinks he's getting a kickback for it.
Where's my commission at?
Yeah.
That's because he's a believer.
Yeah.
Just like I am, man. He's a believer. In local indie shows, if you're listening in Florida, if you're listening in Vegas, if you're listening in Minnesota, your local shows are really where all the fun is. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
And I believe we're unique compared. So, I mean, we've got quite a deep pool of pro wrestling here locally, but I feel like we bring something to the table very different.
For 20, you can get flipped off by Jason.
He appears. I believe in
Bulk Lesnar.
I believe in
Bulk Lesnar.
London and Paris and Tokyo.
Yeah, I've made that. He brought it up, so I'm like, oh yeah, he's got to hear the Bulk Lesnar. I believe in Bulk Lesnar. But this is once again been the internet's most family friendly NSFW podcast, nerd stuff and frickin' wrestling.
Yes.
Thank you, Ozzy, for joining us. Alex, thanks for coming back again. You're now a semi-pro host. And Ozzy, just to send everybody off, you got a message for the community? Anything else? Anything you want to leave off saying to this awesome music in the background?
Yes, I did not say it earlier because I was getting a little sidetracked, but God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Christ is king.
God has literally helped me through all of this. I've gotten saved from so many injuries because of this. God is good all the time. Believe in God, y'all. He will set you free. He will do amazing things for you. That is it.
Yeah,
My message.
Easter Sunday has passed. Christ has risen.
That's good
Find
news.
yourself some like I have. Find yourself some redemption and some redeeming factors in
I
Christ.
know a special somebody
Yeah.
who stuck his hand up in the air to proclaim Christ as a savior.
Yeah, and it's a lot to save.
Yeah.
I don't wrestle a match without my cross.
Yeah.
I will say this: that was one of the best moments of my life being a Christian, is watching you raise your hand at church.
And I was
proclaiming Christ.
I was happy to be there. But like, subscribe, follow Ozzy once again. Is that the Ozzy G or
TheOzzig on Instagram? The Ozzy G, Mr. Ray Ronovo.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, find us here on the Big YT. Well, I'm not on TikTok. Find us on YouTube. Fuck you, TikTok. We are on Twitch, and sooner or later, we will be on X. We will be on Instagram. I will get those running. I'm just trying to get a little bit more media, and hopefully, you know, if the powers that be allow it, we'll be bringing on the ground guerrilla interviews, hopefully at live AWF features. Quick little, little. What do you got to say about this match today?
Ozzy with an I, not a Y.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ozzy with an I, not a Y.
Thank you, Panda.
So
Well, you spelled it wrong twice earlier, but that's all right.
3 times. But this has once again been the internet's most family-friendly NSFW podcast, nerd stuff and freaking wrestling.
Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy.
Oi, oi, oi.
Good shit, man.